Hey guys, Ronnie C again. You know, you're going to be confronted with objections when you sell. Some of them are going to be true, some of them are going to be false. Usually the first one you hear is not true. You got to dig a little deeper. But I want to give you some points in confronting objections. And these things make a lot of sense, so listen carefully. If you have to, take some notes. When you get an objection, get the client talking. Get them to talk to you. Listen very carefully. Silence keeps them responding. You know, they ask a question and remain silent. You know, they say something and you go to them, why do you say that? And don't say another word. Let them respond. Why do you say that? Why do you feel that way? And remain silent. They'll have to come up with something. Because if they don't, what have they just told you? It didn't make any sense anyway. I was just blowing smoke at you. Right? That's what it means, doesn't it? Don't argue with your customer. I know, I'm Italian. I want to win all the time, so what do you think I'm going to do? In some cases, I'm going to argue with you. I want to win my point. But you know what? Win the battle, lose the war. When your customer does give you an objection, don't argue. Restate the objection. That's the best thing you can do. So if I understand you correctly, what you're saying is restate it. Sometimes just by you restating it, they hear it, and they really think it's kind of silly, and they retract it. So slowly repeat the objection exactly as stated by your customer. Put the ball back in their courts. Let's say they tell you, you know what, it's really too expensive for us right now. Look at them and say, Mr. Smith, you're saying it's really too expensive for you right now? Restate the objection in the form of a question, because you're asking them to requalify that objection. And again, sometimes they'll just retract it. Acknowledge your customer. What does that mean? Some people say don't agree with them. Well, you know what, I'm going to tell you, yeah, kind of agree with them. They come up with an objection, not really agreeing, I'm going to say, I understand, I see, I could see how you feel that way. Yeah, that does make sense. You know, use something called the feel, felt, and found principle. You know, Mr. Smith, I understand how you feel. Others have felt the same way. But here's what they found after they had a chance to investigate and get the facts. Can I share it with you? Makes sense, doesn't it? How about this statement? This is really cool. They tell you no. Mr. Smith, would you reconsider your position if I can show and prove to you beyond doubt that this is the product and service that you truly deserve and are entitled to? Would you reconsider? Very simply stated, it makes a lot of sense. Give benefits and reasons why for each objection. If they have an objection, discover it. Go back and dig a little deeper and give them a benefit. Try and find something that your product or service provides that will overcome that objection. Ask for their business again, and again. It takes multiple closes to get to that final yes. Most salespeople give up on the first objection. Don't do that. Because the average sale, the average high-dollar sale takes 5 qualified closing attempts. And we're going to have more information on that later. When you're talking to them about what they're using right now, ask them to embellish that for you. What are you doing right now? How is that working for you? Give me an explanation of why you're looking to change or upgrade or get something new. Let them elaborate a little bit, because you know what they're going to tell you? They're going to give you the secrets to what's going to make them purchase. Because they just gave you a simple objection. You just delve a little deeper, you make them pull it out, you make them draw it out, you get more information from them, and before you know it, you got your answer. You provide the solution, you make the sale. Does that make sense? A successful sale is always going to have obstacles and hurdles placed in front of it. That's just the way it is. If you don't expect that in business, don't be in selling. Go into a position where you don't have to sell anything, because you're going to get objections, you're going to get hurdles, you're going to get things thrown out in front of you because they're going to try and trip you up. But you know what? Don't panic. Relax, stay calm. I understand. I can see how you can feel that way, but listen to this. Let me tell you about this. Let me show you this. Now, it's your job to have that evidence handy. That's why evidence manuals, product brochures, things like that become critical. So confronting objections, be bold. Be bold. Be daring. Say the things that need to be said. Because remember, timid salespeople have skinny kids. Until next time, Ronnie C., go out and make it a great day.